parents, it's Miss Janelle again here with another reading tip for parents while you're at home and you want to have some fun snuggle time with your kids. I've already talked about a couple of books that you can read with the kids, and next let's talk a little bit about Fingerplays. Now, Fingerplays, you might be thinking, well, what is that? What does that have to do with reading and books? Believe it or not, it has a lot to do with reading and books. Fingerplays are songs and action rhymes that use your fingers. They can use your whole hand. You can use your feet and sometimes your whole body. So a fingerplay doesn't just mean your fingers, but it does mean incorporating movement and action in with rhymes and songs. And this is great because not only does repetition and rhyme is great for like vocabulary development and speech development and listening sound recognition. All of this plays an active role in language development for helping your child to learn to speak and hear and understand. And that's kind of normal. You might think, okay, that's what is great with reading books. But if we take it to a new level with Fingerplays, what's really great about Fingerplays is they then take all of those language learning skills and combine them into motor skills. So this way, you might think that when you're doing itsy bitsy spider with your baby, or this little piggy, or 1, 2, 3, 4 counting with them is just to kind of get their attention, but it's also great for teaching them how to use their fingers and their body parts. Remember, for the particularly young, a little baby doesn't even know it has hands. And if it's not looking at his hands, he forgets that he has feet. So by singing a song that incorporates your hands and your feet, it's teaching them about the different parts of the body. Then as the child gets older, it's teaching them finger manipulation. Now you might think that's a big word. What does that mean, Miss Janelle? Well, that just means you're teaching your child to be able to do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and you might think, well, that's not that important, that's not that impressive, but for a little baby, that is a big deal. And then you get to do fancy things like folding your hands. All of this is very important because all of this is like taking your fingers to the gym and exercising little muscles and gaining control of little muscles of your fingers. And you might think, again, why is this important? Well, let me tell you, when your fingers are worked out and they're ready to go, when it's time for your baby to pick up a pencil or a crayon and start writing his or her name, he's gotten all of that exercise in those fingers and all of that control to learn about going to the next stage, which is writing his or her name. So believe it or not, a finger play is very important. Now let's go over some really basic finger plays that you might even remember from your childhood. Did you ever have to sing, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are"? Yeah, that right there is the most basic of the finger plays. And as I mentioned before, the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. That's another one. What about patty cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can? That's another one. What about the piggies that went to the market? This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. But by doing that, that is pointing out and counting the fingers for your kiddos. Yeah, it really is. It might seem like such a small thing, but singing those finger rhymes, where is Thumpkin, where is Thumpkin, here I am, here I am, how are you today, sir? Very well, thank you, run away, run away. That right there, that little bitty song can mean so much to a child who's learning how to do a thumbs up or learning how to listen to a song and hear a rhythm and do a repetition. So whenever you're singing those songs with your children and incorporating your fingers in there, you're doing a lot more than just twisting those fingers around. It's a great developmental tool, and keep up the good work, parents. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.